Alright, just gotta make sure we have a nice clean work surface. Don't want any of that leftover hot chocolate from a Christmas live stream anywhere near our parts and pieces. And speaking of parts and pieces, what are we doing? Well, tried to convince the kids multiple times to pull this little kit off the shelf and do it with me, but haven't been successful, so I figured I'd try it myself. The KidzRobotix Table Top Robot. Assemble a smart robotic crab which can detect the edges of any platform and make swift turns to avoid falling off. Watch it perform stunning acrobatics. Watch out! So, I think I can handle it. I thought it was in range for the kids, certainly within scope for ages over 8. We'll see how I fare by myself. So we're going to try to piece this together, and I started unpacking, and I actually had to run away from the camera for a minute because when I was going over the parts list, the contents showed as part A, a transparent cover. And you tell me, if you saw this in the box, would you think that's a part, having not looked at the list yet? Or would you have thought that was part of the packaging? Because I kind of grouped it with all this stuff and tossed it. And then I was like, well, and spinning my wheels for a good minute until I remembered, oh yeah, I think I saw that. It even says on it, Tabletop Robot, kind of embossed there. Anyway, we have all of our pieces, and rather than read, I'm going to go right to the diagram and just see how far we can get. Just like that. So it looks like they've got an assembly here with the motor and one of the gears. So we'll just see if that sits in the assembly. Looks like the motor easily comes out. I don't think so. I think that the gears are going to have to sit on an axle of some sort. I hope we have an axle. Let's see if they're in the... Oh, yeah. All right, so here it's pictured that you need to insert the axles into the body first. Still haven't read. So let's see. We'll insert that axle there. Are these the same length? Yeah. So we'll insert one axle in one hole and one axle in the other. It doesn't feel like they do anything but sit there loosely and then roll off the table. Come on. All right. And actually the picture shows that the motor, which can be removed, should actually sit there while I'm putting in the gears. Number one will be this one that connects with those teeth, and then number two will be this one that meets the motor. Neat. And that's the top view. There we go. So motor, twisty screw-like thing, gets converted into this gear, and then this gear. I always wonder about this gear and the physics of it. Right? How does that help or hurt? All right. So looks like our next step would be getting the wires terminated here. Okay, so we've got a black wire. Looks like it goes like this: a black wire and a red wire, right? Or I don't know electronics, so hot wire and a neutral, I guess, or ground. And they're going into their own terminals, terminally. And then we have another piece, and that looks like this, and this one houses a battery. So I imagine, oh look, and it's got the the holes. I don't know if that can show up on camera. It's got holes for the, oh, there we go. I just got to catch the light. It's got holes for the gear axles, right? So let's try to line it up. Let's try to line it up. Oop. See if we can get it on there. I don't know if I should press down at all. Make sure these wires are free for the terminal, right? I can just let it sit there, I guess, for a minute until I scoot these wires around, right? And now I need those. Are these, am I using the right term here? I'm just curious from the parts list. It says these are terminal caps. Oh, okay, so I'm right. Yeah, the wire ends there. It's a terminal. Hey, look at that. Where the wire ends. Now this is gonna be a little tricky. How do I get them both to stay with my big fat hands? Oh, nuts. And that was a gear with its axle popping out. Maybe I'll try to do it before I seat the battery case, right? That might be the way to go. Here we go. Get that gear back in place. And then let's see if I can get the 2 wires and a terminal cap without too much hassle, right? I don't know if you could see this and get it like that. Get them both kind of in there. This is probably the trickiest part. This would be the most frustrating if I was doing it with the kids. Wowie. Or maybe the easiest, because I got the fat hands and they can kind of navigate this kind of stuff. Fat hands, big fingers. Come on, terminal cap. I've been populating this area of the basement with different robots. None of them work. But I think I dream of a little robot army crawling around. Not helping, just kind of there. Kind of like pets, you know, they're just kind of there to provide, you know, love and affection for pets, robots. It's just kind of amusement and distraction. So here's the other terminal, and just try to cram that in. This one I don't even know if it's on properly, but you know the wires aren't going anywhere and they're touching the terminal, so I don't care. I really don't care about perfection here. We have a saying about perfection around here. Not required. Alright, so try to screw this one in. This one is even harder. But I think we got it. Make sure that the wires have nowhere to go. Yep, they have nowhere to go. So good enough by me. All right, so then we got to get this battery compartment on. And you know, if I were doing this with some forethought, I would have had different lighting, so you can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. An all black case, it's kind of hard to get a view of exactly what's going on. Anyway, that looks pretty good. And you know, we haven't read a single bit of the instructions. Okay, so if we have that on, I don't see any harm in trying to put on or put the screws in, right? I don't see any harm. What could go wrong if I put the screws in? There are two of the longer screws. We saved the washer screw for the antenna. So that's why there are 3 of these screws. And here's the first time I need a tool, huh? And of course I don't have it ready. Oh, wait. I was doing something earlier, and look at this. I was doing something earlier, and of course it's magnetic, so let's give it a little tightness on that side. I was saying to Noah yesterday when we were putting together his desk that there's always one screw at the end that doesn't line up properly, and I usually give it a fair shot, and then I'm like I said about perfection, we don't require it around here, so I'll usually just leave that last screw out if everything's looking steady and stable. So his desk had to go 1 screw short, but it's got like 50 screws in there, so that 1 screw, you throw it in the junk drawer, and maybe if it settles I'll go back and put it in. There we go. Nice battery compartment, right? Wires don't come out. I don't want to disassemble this. Okay, we got our wires. Speaking of disassembly, I'm wondering, that's obviously the switch to the motor. I'm wondering if we should test this. I have a rechargeable battery right behind me. Let me go grab it. This way I know it's a good battery. Probably won't leave this one in here because these I use for another purpose. Okay, so let's just see. Oh, there we go. So we got some contact. All right, this will be our test battery. Let's put that on our little felt pouch. And what's next? We got the wires, we got the battery. There's a battery door. I guess we could put that one on next. Oh no, I can't. Ah, shoot. All right. So claws and legs. I said it. I don't know if I said it earlier, but those claws and legs, just saying claws and legs is making me hungry for seafood. All right. So let's see how these go on. Go like this. Obviously the front. For the longest time I thought this was a spider. But then why does it have claws? All right. And then we got to put our legs on. Can't leave the house without your legs. Oh, kidding me. Ay, ay, ay. Good news, you make a full recovery. I've restored your legs. Doc, you put it on upside down. Alright. And 2 more. These are reminding me of the erector set kit. Okay. Nice and steady, stable. Go for a drive. Neat. You know what? I should see if Noah will like paint a face or something on this, because I don't really care about seeing the gears and stuff. All right. What do we have left? We have antenna, and we had 2 other screws. What did they give us? An extra spare parts and pieces? Let's see what. Yeah, the standard screws. They're just 3 of them. So one is just a spare part. So 1 screw we'll put on the battery door, and then the washer screw will get us an antenna and I guess the cover. Yeah, there's no standard screw for the cover. So here we do need a battery. I'll go get it off camera and maybe do a cut here. I don't know, or make you wait. Bum bum bum. Got the battery. So I didn't leave it turned on, did I? Good. All right. So we insert the battery door, and then we put this little screw in place. Twist, twist, twist. And there we go. It's mostly ready, right? Now, I didn't read the, there's a washer screw. I didn't read the inside of the instructions or anything. I guess we just turn them on and watch them go. And hope he doesn't fall off the edge. I have to back up the camera a little bit and get that full effect. We'll see what we can do. Oh, I'm putting on his antenna backwards. Hold on. Don't know if it matters. Don't want him falling onto the floor, find that his little antenna's gone. Antenna, do they call this an antenna? Do crabs have antenna? But this is like their eye stalks or something. Very confused. Okay. They have those like feelers, kind of like whiskers. Am I thinking of a lobster? I demand accuracy in my KidzRobotix Tabletop Robot crab. There he is. I know what'll finish this guy off. I know, but we do need to know what these are in order to take them to the next level. We're not going to run a test, so I'm gonna do my research. Ready? I'm gonna go do my research. And my research involves searching for a picture of a crab. I guess those are kind of his antenna. Crabs don't have those eye stalks, huh? Well then. Not sure why he has antenna. Hermit crabs kind of have eye stalks. I don't know what we want these to be. I kind of feel like his eyes should be back here. Right? And I got the perfect ones. Be right back. All right, now I've got the finishing touch. Here we go. I had to get a donation. Yeah, see, one eye there, one eye kind of just a little off, and I'll need a name, but we got to see how he handles. All right. So I'm going to, in the spirit of Noah's enthusiasm, I'll do a 3, 2, 1 countdown. But I want a better camera view of this. So let's see if we can't get the edge of the table in view for you. Here we go. So that black line's the edge. Ooh, death-defying. All right, and we'll put them. I'm just heading towards the edge and see what happens, but on an angle, right? All right, there he goes. Well, I should have known that. Crabs don't move in a straight line. All right, well, oh, it's kind of nice. Hey, did you see that? It's way more impressive if you could see the drop, right? Let's see. He comes back over here. There's the drop. Come on, Krabby. Let's getting all tangled in the wires. Now let's see. Let's see what he does. Oh, look at that! Don't get tangled in the wires. Oh my god. And he's dead. There goes a leg. And he's on his back on the floor. That's because he got tangled in the wires before he went over the side. So, let this be a lesson to all you robotic crabs. Just like your fleshy brethren, you're vulnerable to nets. Well, that does it. The KidzRobotix Tabletop Robot, assembled by an adult. It was a lot of fun. See you next time.